Welcome back to the Word Expanded, the Gospel Edition. Hey, we're in Matthew chapter 5, and we're going to read the Beatitudes, right? We're going to read the whole section of the Beatitudes, which I know you're going to say to me, Andy, how are you going to do this? The purpose of the Word Expanded is not to go through word by word and verse by verse and pull out all these things. It's to go section by section. What's the context of this whole thing? So it did that last time by just doing one verse. Jesus, in verse 2, he opened his mouth and taught people intentionally. Everything that he's about ready to say is intentional in nature. Now, again, that's the nature of God. We just don't like to think that way. We think God likes to haphazardly, like, oh, hey, right? Just did this. Don't really know why. There's no real purpose in it, right? Then we don't have to figure it out. You don't spend a whole bunch of time trying to figure out what it is God's doing. Why did he just do this? Yesterday, while the rest of the world, the 96% of the rest of the world did not get rain around me. Do you know that for the first time in a long time, I was in the 4%. It rained at my house. Woke up in the morning, looked at the weather forecast. It said 4% chance of raining. It poured. I was in the 4%. Not sure why I can't win the lottery and those kind of things. But God intentionally does things. So here we go. And he opened up his mouth. He taught them saying, verse 3, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. Blessed are those who persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Right? Blessed are you when others revile you, persecute you, utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice, be glad, for your reward is great in heaven, for so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. I need you to listen carefully. This list is not what we teach in church. So listen really carefully to that. This is not what we teach. We teach completely the opposite. Right? We teach that if you have a relationship with Jesus, he's going to make everything okay. You're never going to mourn. You're never going to need to be a peacemaker. You're never going to have people say bad things about you. You're never going to have. We teach that. And yet, in all of these, Jesus comes down and says, here's the foundation for the kingdom of heaven, right? It's about mourning. Again, why are you mourning? You're mourning because God is mourning. You understand that when our flags around here go to half-mast, it's because somebody, a bigger picture is happening. Somebody has died that we're mourning for collectively. It's a reminder. God's saying, listen, I'm constantly in a state of mourning for my people. So blessed are you when you're mourning and you remember. You get a little taste of how I am. This is what the kingdom of heaven is about. Why? Because God says he doesn't want anybody to perish. So there's going to be a state of mourning, right? Blessed are the meek, those who are not selfish in nature. Wow, how are you going to get what you want? How are you going to get all the things that you need? How are you going to get what you deserve? If you're meek, it's not going to happen. How do you sit in meetings? How do you sit in places and serve everybody else? So, it doesn't matter what committee you're on in church or lack of committee you're on at church. You're to serve those who are in committee with you. So we all want to be the chairman of the committee. But the point is, we're all supposed to be the servant. We're all supposed to be serving other people on that committee. How are you doing that, right? Blessed are the merciful. Whoa, wait, what do you mean? I got to run my life and live my life in such a way that I'm allowing other people to walk all over me? That I'm allowing other people opportunities when they don't deserve it? Yeah. Blessed are the merciful, right? Blessed are the pure in heart. Those who have righteous intentions. They're trying to be godly. Because you're going to see God in a way that other people don't see God. But guess what? Those pure intentions, Those pure thoughts are not going to be man's way. So it's going to be God's way, not your way. Right? Blessed are those who are persecuted. We don't teach that. Blessed are those when people revile your name, right? All of these things. So, question today, the word expanded. Here's the question. Does your kingdom match the kingdom that God, specifically Jesus, was explaining right here? Does the kingdom of heaven look in these verses like your world? Because if it doesn't, if you're not experiencing these things, well, you're gonna have a problem, because you might not be in the right kingdom. You might be in your own kingdom that says, blessed are those who take care of themselves first. Blessed are those who squash other people before they squash you. Blessed are those people who collect all the resources and save them for a rainy day. Blessed are those who lead people by telling them what to do. Blessed are those who take care of their own and trample on those who refuse, right? Refuse to serve them. Right? That's what most of our kingdoms look like. Right? Blessed are those who think about themselves first. So, again, here's my challenge. In the Beatitudes, does it look like you're living in the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of you? We'll see you next time. The Word expanded, the Gospels.